The punch landed square on Tegan's jaw, sending him sprawling across the mat, blood trickling from his split lip. His father, standing ringside with arms crossed, shouted, "Get up, boy! That's what real men do." But as Tegan staggered to his feet, the secret he'd hidden for years flashed before his eyes. The stolen kiss with his best friend in the school locker room. The one that had led to this hellish cure. Tegan Thompson had always known he was different. Growing up in the suburbs of Chicago, where football games and barbecues defined masculinity, he preferred sketching in his notebook or losing himself in books about far-off places. At 16, when his father, Mark, a retired Marine with a no-nonsense worldview, caught him browsing a website about LGBTQ+ support groups on the family computer, the world imploded. "This is not happening in my house," Mark had roared, his face turning purple. "You're not. We're fixing this." The fix was MMA training at a local gym called Iron Fist, run by grizzled veterans who preached discipline and toughness. Mark dragged Tegan there 3 times a week, forcing him into gloves and mouthguards, insisting that fighting would make a man out of him. Tegan's mother, Sarah, watched from the sidelines of their family life, torn between her husband's rigid beliefs and her son's quiet pleas. "It's for your own good," she'd whisper, but her eyes betrayed the doubt. Tegan hated every second the bruises, the sweat, the constant ache in his muscles. But deeper than the physical pain was the shame, the feeling that his very identity was a flaw to be beaten out. In those early sessions, Tegan was a punching bag. Coach Ramirez, a burly man with tattoos snaking up his arms, paired him with bigger, stronger guys who saw his hesitation as weakness. "Hit back, kid," Ramirez barked. Tegan's first real fight came against a cocky 18-year-old named Tyler, who taunted him with slurs that echoed Mark's unspoken fears. Tegan swung wildly, missing most punches, until one connected a lucky hook that dropped Tyler. The gym erupted in cheers, but Tegan felt nothing but nausea. That night, lying in bed with ice on his knuckles, he wondered if this was what healing felt like, numbing the parts of himself that didn't fit. As weeks turned to months, Tegan's body adapted. He learned to dodge, to counter, to channel the rage bubbling inside. But the internal conflict raged on. At school, he avoided his friends, especially Jake, the boy from the locker room incident who'd moved away after the fallout. Rumors swirled, and Tegan buried himself deeper in the closet, fearing another discovery. One evening, after a grueling sparring session, Mark clapped him on the back. "See? You're getting it. No more of that soft crap." Tegan nodded, but inside he seethed. Was this strength or just survival? The gym became his reluctant sanctuary and prison. There, amid the grunts and thuds, he met Jordan Hayes, a 20-year-old fighter with sharp features and a quiet intensity. Jordan was everything Tegan wasn't: confident, openly training for pro circuits with a backstory of bouncing between foster homes. Their first interaction was mundane. Jordan spotting Tegan on the heavy bag, offering tips on form. "Keep your elbows in, or you'll get clocked." Tegan mumbled thanks, avoiding eye contact, but Jordan's easy smile lingered in his mind. Over time, their paths crossed more. Jordan noticed Tegan's reluctance, the way he fought like he was at war with himself. "What's eating you, man?" Jordan asked one day in the locker room, towel around his neck. Tegan froze, heart pounding. Could he trust this stranger? "Just family stuff," he hedged. Jordan nodded, no judgment. "Yeah, I get that. Fighting helps me forget mine." Little did Tegan know, Jordan carried his own secrets. A past relationship with a guy that ended in heartbreak, hidden from the macho world of MMA. As Tegan improved, so did the pressure from Mark. "You're ready for your first amateur bout," he announced one dinner, beaming with pride. Sarah looked worried, but said nothing. Tegan's stomach twisted. The fight was against a local hotshot, and the thought terrified him. But refusing meant confronting his father, admitting the cure wasn't working. That night, he confided in Jordan during a late training session. "I don't want this," Tegan whispered. Jordan paused, gloves midair. "Then why do it?" Their eyes met, and for the first time, Tegan felt seen not as a project, but as himself. The bout approached like a storm. Tegan trained harder, Jordan by his side, their sessions turning into something more. A brush of hands, a lingering glance, sparks that Tegan tried to ignore. But the night before the fight, after everyone left, Jordan cornered him. "You don't have to prove anything to anyone." Tegan's walls cracked. "What if I do? What if I'm broken?" Jordan stepped closer. "You're not." In that moment, under the fluorescent lights, their lips met, a kiss born of desperation and truth. It was brief, electric, but it shattered Tegan's world anew. The fight day dawned. Crowds packed the small arena, Mark in the front row, fist pumping. Tegan entered the cage, heart racing not from fear, but from the secret burning inside. His opponent charged, and Tegan dodged, countered, the moves Jordan taught him flowing naturally. He won by decision, the crowd roaring. Mark hugged him, tears in his eyes. "I'm proud of you, son." But as Tegan scanned the faces, he locked eyes with Jordan in the back, a silent promise hanging between them. Victory tasted bitter. He'd won the fight, but at what cost to his soul? In the weeks following the win, Tegan's life split into two. By day, he was the rising star at Iron Fist, praised by Coach Ramirez and paraded by Mark as proof of his methods. "See? Tough love works," Mark boasted to friends at backyard barbecues. Sarah smiled thinly, but her questions grew. "Are you okay, Tegan? Really?" He lied, nodding, while inside, the kiss with Jordan replayed like a forbidden reel. Nights belonged to Jordan. They met in secret coffee shops on the outskirts of town, late-night drives where they talked about everything except the risks. Jordan opened up about his foster care days, the abuse that drove him to fighting as an outlet. "It saved me," he said, "but it also trapped me, hiding who I am in a world that worships straight alphas." Tegan shared his own cage, the family expectations, the fear of disappointing Mark, a man who'd sacrificed his dreams for a stable job to raise him. "He thinks he's helping," Tegan murmured. Jordan squeezed his hand. "But he's hurting you." Their bond deepened, turning physical in stolen moments, hugs that lingered, hands intertwined under tables. No further than that. The tension was emotional, a slow burn of vulnerability. But society loomed. Chicago's MMA scene was conservative, whispers of "don't ask, don't tell" policy masking deeper prejudices. One fighter outed years ago had been blackballed, his career ruined. Tegan knew the stakes. Exposure meant losing the gym, his father's respect, perhaps his home. Mark's pride fueled more pressure. He signed Tegan up for a regional tournament, bragging to relatives. "My boy's a warrior now." Tegan protested mildly, but Mark waved it off. "This is your path." At training, Jordan pulled him aside. "You can't keep this up. It's killing you." Tegan snapped. "What choice do I have? Run away? Destroy my family?" Jordan's eyes softened. "Or fight for yourself." The argument ended in silence, but it planted seeds of doubt. School added layers. Tegan's grades slipped, his focus divided. Friends noticed his bruises, joking about his tough guy phase. But one, Mia, a sharp-eyed girl from art class, sensed more. "Who's the guy?" she teased. Tegan denied it, but her words echoed. That night, he confronted Jordan. "What are we doing? This could blow up." Jordan admitted his fears too. "I've lost people before, but you're worth it." They decided to be careful but caution-frayed. A turning point came at a gym party. Fighters gathered, beers flowing, Mark toasting Tegan's future. Jordan attended, keeping distance, but their eyes met across the room. Later, in the parking lot, they stole a moment, a quick embrace. Unseen? No. Tyler, the old sparring partner, lurked in shadows, phone in hand. The next day, rumors spread. "Thompson's kid is soft in more ways than one." Tegan denied it, but panic set in. Mark confronted him at home. "What's this crap I'm hearing?" Tegan's heart stopped. "Nothing, Dad. Lies." Mark's face hardened. "Better be. We didn't come this far for you to backslide." Sarah intervened. "Mark, ease up." But the seed was planted. Tegan withdrew, avoiding Jordan, who texted desperately, "Talk to me." The silence hurt more than any punch. The tournament loomed. Tegan trained alone, pushing harder, as if pain could drown the longing. But isolation cracked him. One rainy night, he showed up at Jordan's apartment, soaked. "I can't do this without you." Jordan pulled him in, and they talked till dawn about dreams, fears, the unfairness of it all. "Society says we're wrong," Tegan said. "But this feels right." Jordan nodded. "Then we fight it together." Reunited, they planned discreetly. Jordan coached Tegan privately, their sessions laced with affection. But Tyler's grudge festered. He cornered Tegan in the locker room. "I saw you too. Pay up, or I tell everyone." Blackmail. Tegan's world tilted. Tell Jordan? Fight back? He chose silence, paying Tyler hush money from his savings, a decision that gnawed at him. The moral dilemma weighed. Protect their secret, or risk everything? As the tournament began, Tegan won his first match, but the strain showed. Mark noticed. "What's wrong with you?" In the cage, opponents exploited his distraction. Jordan watched from afar, worry etching his face. After a close win, they met in secret. "Something's off," Jordan said. Tegan confessed the blackmail. Jordan's anger flared. "We confront him," but Tegan hesitated, fearing escalation. "It could ruin us." The choice haunted Tegan. Pay more? Expose Tyler? Each option carried a price: financial, emotional, relational. That night, alone, he weighed his father's expectations against his heart's truth. Dawn brought resolve, no more hiding. But as he prepared to act, a text from Tyler, "Double or nothing." The trap tightened. The regional tournament intensified, crowds swelling, scouts eyeing talent. Tegan advanced to semifinals, his body a machine honed by months of torment. But the blackmail eroded his focus. Tyler demanded more, smirking in the gym. "Your secret's safe. For now." Tegan paid, hating himself, the moral compromise like acid in his veins. Jordan sensed the shift. "You're pulling away again." In a hidden park, Tegan broke down. "Tyler's extorting me. He saw us." Jordan's fists clenched. "That bastard. We go to coach." But Tegan shook his head. "Proof? It'll out us." The debate raged, safety versus justice. Jordan argued for confrontation. "Hiding feeds the prejudice." Tegan countered with family. "My dad would disown me." The impasse strained their bond, love tested by fear. Mark ramped up involvement, attending every fight, critiquing form. "You're sloppy. Fix it." Sarah grew bolder, pulling Tegan aside. "This isn't you. Talk to me." For the first time, Tegan hinted, "I'm not who Dad wants." Her eyes widened. "Oh, honey." But Mark interrupted, oblivious. The family rift deepened, unspoken tensions boiling. The school, Mia confronted him. "You're miserable. Is it a guy?" Tegan admitted fragments, her support a lifeline. "Screw what others think." Inspired, he confided in Jordan about the chat. "Maybe coming out isn't the end." Jordan smiled. "It's the start." Their resolve strengthened, but Tyler struck again, leaking a vague post on social media. "Secrets in the ring. Who's playing pretend?" Whispers grew. Semifinals arrived. Tegan faced a brutal opponent, the fight a metaphor for his life, dodging blows, striking back. He won by submission, but exhausted. Mark celebrated. "Pro material." Jordan texted congratulations, but added, "We need a plan." That night they met. Jordan proposed, "Expose Tyler anonymously." Tegan agreed, a risky alliance formed. Implementing it meant hacking Tyler's online trail, nothing illegal, just digging public posts. Mia helped, her tech-savvy uncovering Tyler's own skeletons, past bullying charges. "Use this," she said. Tegan hesitated, stoop to his level? The ethical quandary tore at him. Revenge or self-defense? He chose the latter, tipping off Coach via an unsigned note. The backlash was swift. Coach questioned Tyler, who denied everything, but suspicion mounted. Tyler cornered Tegan. You did this. Tegan stood firm. Back off. The confrontation escalated to shouts, drawing attention. Mark arrived, demanding answers. What's going on? Tyler spat venom. Your son's a fag. The word hung like a bomb. Time froze. Mark's face contorted shock, denial, rage. What? Tegan's heart shattered. Dad, Mark turned away, storming out. Sarah chased him, leaving Tegan alone amid stares. Jordan rushed in, but Tegan pushed him away. This is what I feared. The betrayal stung, not Tyler's, but the exposure's cost. In the aftermath, the gym buzzed. Coach suspended Tyler pending investigation, but the damage was done. Tegan withdrew from the finals, citing injury. At home, silence reigned. Mark avoided him, sleeping on the couch. Sarah mediated. He needs time, but Tegan's world crumbled. Jordan called relentlessly. I'm here. Tegan ignored, drowning in guilt. Days blurred. Tegan skipped training, wandering Chicago streets, questioning every choice. Was loving Jordan worth this? The societal pressure crushed him. Friends' pitying looks, online trolls. One night, Mark finally spoke. Is it true? Tegan nodded, tears flowing. Yes, and fighting didn't change it. Mark's voice cracked. I thought I was helping. The admission hung heavy. A father's love warped by bias. Reconciliation flickered. Sarah urged therapy, but Mark resisted. Men don't need that, Tegan challenged. Real men face their crap. The argument exposed generations of toxic masculinity. Jordan, meanwhile, faced his own fallout, gym mates distancing. Opportunities drying. Worth it for you, he texted. Tegan replied at last. Me too. As finals passed without him, Tegan reflected. The cure had backfired, forging resilience but at a price. He and Jordan reunited, stronger, planning a future beyond the ring. But shadows lingered. Mark's tentative acceptance, society's judgment. The path ahead was uncertain, choices echoing with consequences. With the tournament behind him, Tegan faced the ruins. Mark's silence stretched into weeks, communication reduced to grunts. Sarah bridged the gap, arranging family dinners where tension simmered. We love you, she said. Tegan wanted to believe it, but Mark's averted eyes spoke volumes. Give him time, Jordan advised over coffee. He's unlearning a lifetime. Jordan's career suffered. Sponsors pulled back, whispers of distraction circulating. He confided in Tegan. A promoter backed out, said I'm controversial. Tegan felt responsible. This is my fault. Jordan shook his head. No, it's theirs. Their relationship evolved amid adversity. Deeper conversations about identity, society's double standards for athletes. Straight guys flaunt girlfriends, we hide, Jordan lamented. Tegan nodded, the injustice fueling quiet anger. Back at the gym, Tegan returned warily. Coach Ramirez pulled him aside. Tyler's gone. Good riddance. But you. Fight if you want, not because you have to. Tegan sparred lightly, rediscovering joy in movement, not as punishment. Jordan trained nearby, their presence a subtle support. But external pressures mounted. A local news story broke. MMA prodigy's secret life sparks debate. Anonymous sources painted Tegan as a victim, Mark as the villain. The family home became a siege, reporters lurking. Mark exploded. This is humiliation. He blamed Tegan. If you just. Tegan fired back. Just what? Pretend. The clash peaked in shouts. Old wounds reopening. Sarah intervened. Enough. We're family. Mark stormed out, leaving Tegan reeling. That night, Jordan held him. He's scared. Of change. Tegan pondered the moral maze. Forgive or demand accountability. School offered escape. Mia rallied friends, forming a support group. You're not alone. Inspired, Tegan spoke at an LGBTQ+ assembly, sharing fragments of his story. Applause followed, but backlash to hate mail, threats. The societal mirror reflected ugly truths. Acceptance uneven, prejudice alive. Jordan faced similar, a fight offer withdrawn. They want warriors, not weaklings. The irony burned. Pivotal decision loomed. Mark suggested moving. Start fresh. Tegan refused. Running won't fix this. Instead, he proposed family counseling. Mark scoffed initially. For sissies. But Sarah's ultimatum swayed him. Go or lose us. The first session was brutal, Mark admitting fears rooted in his military past, where different meant danger. I wanted to protect you. Tegan shared his pain. You hurt me. Tears flowed, bridges mending slowly. Jordan's turning point came via a rival gym offer, inclusive but farther away. Milwaukee, better environment. Tegan's heart sank. Go. Jordan hesitated. Not without you. The choice tore at them. Stay and fight prejudice or seek safety. Tegan weighed loyalty to family against love. We deserve peace. As therapy progressed, Mark softened. One evening, he asked about Jordan. He good to you? Tegan nodded, surprised. Yeah. Mark grunted approval. Bring him over sometime. The gesture, small, ignited hope. But society pushed back. A protest at the gym, conservatives decrying agenda pushing. Coach stood firm. This is a fight gym, not a hate club. Tegan and Jordan attended together, facing stares. A confrontation ensued with a vocal opponent. You don't belong. Jordan stepped up. We earn our place. Tegan added, like anyone. The stand empowered them but exhausted. That night, Tegan questioned, is this worth it? Jordan's answer, you are. The climax built. Mark attended a session alone, emerging changed. I was wrong. At dinner, he apologized. I pushed you into something to fix what wasn't broken. Tegan forgave, but boundaries set. No more cures. The family healed incrementally, but scars remained. Jordan accepted the Milwaukee offer, urging Tegan to join post-graduation. New start. Tegan agreed, a leap of faith. But doubts lingered. Leaving meant abandoning the fight here. The moral quandary. Personal happiness versus societal change? As they packed dreams, Tegan reflected on the prices paid. Broken trust, lost opportunities but gained authenticity. Relocation to Milwaukee marked a new chapter, but echoes of Chicago followed. Tegan enrolled in community college, studying art, a passion long suppressed. Jordan trained at the progressive gym, thriving without shadows. Their apartment, small and cozy, became a haven. No more hiding, Jordan said, kissing him openly. But freedom came with adjustments. Public affection drew glances, reminding them prejudice wasn't geography-bound. Family ties strained with distance. Mark called weekly, awkward but earnest. How's school? Tegan shared successes, but omitted struggles, homesickness, identity doubts. Sarah visited first, hugging Jordan warmly. Take care of him. Mark followed months later, the meeting tense. Nice place, he grunted. Over dinner, conversations flowed, MMA stories, then deeper. I missed the gym, Tegan admitted. Mark nodded. You were good, Jordan interjected. He still is. The evening ended in tentative peace, a father's acceptance budding. But challenges arose. Jordan's career soared, a pro debut win, but fame amplified scrutiny. An interview question, personal life? He deflected, but online sleuths dug. Photos surfaced, them holding hands. Backlash hit. Sponsors wavered, fans trolled. Stick to fighting, not politics. Jordan's resolve faltered. Maybe tone it down. Tegan hurt. Hide again. The argument exposed cracks, Jordan's ambition versus their authenticity. Tegan's art reflected turmoil. Canvases of caged figures, fighting shadows. A gallery show opportunity arose. Themes queer identity. Display them. He hesitated, fearing judgment. Mia, visiting, encouraged. Own it. The show opened to mixed reviews, praise for rawness, Criticism for agenda. A heckler confronted. This ain't art, it's propaganda. Tegan defended. It's my truth. The stand empowered but drained. Mark's evolution continued. A call. Saw your art online. Powerful. Tegan teared up. Thanks, Dad. But old habits died hard. Mark slipped once. Be careful. Tegan challenged. Of what? Being me. The exchange mended fences, but highlighted ongoing work. Jordan faced a crossroads. A major fight with a conservative promoter. They want clean image. He considered downplaying their relationship. Tegan felt betrayed. After everything? Jordan argued. It's temporary. For us. The moral dilemma peaked. Sacrifice integrity for opportunity? Tegan walked out, staying with friends. Alone, Jordan reflected on prices paid. Lost fights, but gained love. Reconciliation came via a heartfelt letter. I won't hide us. Jordan declined the fight, choosing smaller circuits. Tegan returned. Together. Their bond strengthened, but society tested again. A family wedding Mark's niece. Bring Jordan. Mark offered. Acceptance? They attended, nerves high. Relatives whispered. But Mark introduced. My son's partner. The moment, groundbreaking, healed old wounds. Yet betrayal lurked. A former Chicago fighter, jealous of Jordan's rise, leaked private messages. Intimate but innocent. Media frenzy. MMA's gay scandal. Jordan's gym stood by, but endorsements fled. Tegan blamed himself. My past brought this. Jordan reassured. Our love did. They lawyered up, fighting defamation, the process grueling. Through it, Tegan's art flourished, channeling pain into purpose. An exhibition deal came, themes of resilience. Mark attended the opening, proud. You turned my mistake into strength. The admission closed chapters, but opened questions. Was forgiveness absolute? As dust settled, they volunteered at LGBTQ+ youth centers, sharing stories. Fighting taught me to stand, Tegan told a teen. Jordan added. But love taught me why. The work fulfilled, but exhausted. A quiet evening they discussed future, marriage, kids, dreams once impossible now tangible. But a final twist. Tyler resurfaced, suing for harassment. Old blackmail evidence surfaced, clearing them, but reopening scars. The trial loomed. A battle not in the ring, but courtroom. Tegan prepared testimony, weighing truth's cost. The trial gripped Milwaukee, headlines screaming MMA blackmail scandal. Tegan testified first, voice steady despite nerves. He extorted me for being gay. Tyler denied, painting Tegan as vindictive. Jordan followed. We just wanted to live. The courtroom drama unfolded, evidence of payments, leaked photos. Mark sat in the gallery, face grim, his presence a silent support. Cross-examination brutalized. Tyler's lawyer probed. You chose secrecy. Why? Tegan replied. Fear. Of people like you. Gasps echoed. The judge ruled in their favor. Tyler convicted of extortion. Victory bittersweet, privacy shattered. But justice served. Outside, reporters swarmed. Jordan held Tegan's hand. No more hiding. Post-trial, life normalized. Jordan's career rebounded with inclusive sponsors. Tegan's art gained acclaim. A book deal for his story. Mark visited often, bonding over fights, not physical but personal. I'm sorry, he said one night. Tegan hugged him. I know. Sarah beamed. Family's back. But healing wasn't linear. Nightmares plagued Tegan, punches, rejections. Therapy helped, unpacking trauma. Jordan shared sessions. We both carry baggage. Their relationship matured. Conflicts resolved through communication. A proposal came spontaneously. Jordan on one knee in their gym. Marry me? Tegan yes, tears joyful. Wedding planning tested alliances. Conservative relatives boycotted. But friends filled gaps. Mark walked Tegan down the aisle, a poignant reversal. Vows exchanged. Through fights and peace. The day? Triumphant. symbolized victory over adversity. Years passed. Tegan taught art at a center. Jordan coached youth MMA, inclusive programs. They adopted a son, navigating biases but thriving. Mark doted as grandpa, his transformation complete. Reflecting, Tegan wrote his memoir, From Cage to Freedom. It sparked debates, parenting, identity, sports culture. At a book signing, a fan asked, "Was it worth the pain?" Tegan smiled. "Yes, for this life." But questions lingered. Society evolved slowly, prejudices persisting. Tegan pondered choices. The fights fought, prices paid, family rifts mended. Love won. Was forcing change ever justified? Or does true strength come from acceptance?